Hello everyone, welcome to Black Hat BD. In this tutorial I am going to show you how carders get caught. Introduction. In the realm of carding, operational security is paramount. This guide will delve into the pitfalls that lead to the apprehension of carders. We will discuss the delicate equilibrium of trust within a perilous landscape, the frequently overlooked sphere of real-world operational security, and the lethal hazards of careless tool management. Furthermore, we shall explore methods of concealing one's tracks and transitioning between online and offline activities. The allure of swift gains. One of the gravest errors in carding is the prioritization of rapid financial gain over robust security measures. This myopia manifests in numerous ways. 1.1. Overlooking adequate anonymity protocols. This is a prevalent error among novices. Many fail to consistently employ proper anonymity tools such as VPNs, VPS, RDP, or TOR, thereby exposing their genuine IP address. This digital signature can be tracked by law enforcement, leading them directly to your residence. The crux lies not merely in utilizing these tools, but in employing them correctly. When engaging with carding shops and forums, Tor should be your principal ally. Opt for .onion sites wherever feasible and avoid logging into ClearNet accounts. Frequently refresh your Tor circuits to evade establishing discernible patterns. If utilizing a VPN, select a no-logs provider situated outside the Five Eyes jurisdiction. Regularly alter your VPN server location to maintain an element of uncertainty. Activate the VPN kill switch feature to preclude accidental exposure in the event of a connection failure. Mulvad VPN is currently one of the most reliable VPN services available. 1.2. Neglecting encryption. This represents another perilous oversight. In the haste to execute transactions, some carders omit the use of PGP encryption for confidential communications. Should a marketplace be seized, unencrypted messages can prove invaluable to law enforcement. To circumvent this risk, apply PGP encryption to all sensitive communications, not solely those deemed critical. Regularly rotate your PGP keys to mitigate potential damage in the event of a compromise. Verify the PGP keys of your contacts to safeguard against impersonation attempts. Contemplate employing encrypted platforms such as Session or Jabber for real-time communication, yet bear in mind that these are not infallible. 1.3. Reusing identities. This constitutes a frequent blunder that may precipitate your demise. The process of crafting new identities for each operation is time-consuming, but the reuse of a single online persona across multiple platforms establishes a traceable pattern. To mitigate this hazard, devise unique usernames, email addresses, and backstories for each platform you engage with. Adopt diverse writing styles and vocabularies for each persona to elude linguistic analysis. Maintain meticulous records of your various identities, but ensure this information is stored securely and encrypted. Periodically discard outdated identities and generate new ones, even if the former have not been compromised. 1.4. Hastening transactions. This constitutes an unfortunate propensity stemming from the exhilaration of a substantial gain. Such haste can engender errors. Exercise patience and meticulously verify every detail prior to finalizing a transaction. Avail yourself of escrow services when they are at your disposal to shield yourself from fraudsters and scammers, for instance, on the BCW forum, where escrow is available to facilitate secure purchases. Interpose intervals between operations to regain composure and sustain concentration. The additional time invested in caution may preclude you from falling prey to a scammer or inadvertently revealing your activities to law enforcement. 1.5. Neglecting operational security training. This constitutes a pivotal error in an ever-evolving industry. The carding landscape is perpetually in flux, as are the methodologies employed to apprehend carders. Maintain a vanguard position by updating your knowledge on the latest operational security techniques. Conduct your own security audits to identify vulnerabilities within your operations. Devote time to mastering advanced techniques such as network traffic obfuscation and secure data destruction. The hazards of overconfidence triumph can engender complacency, and within the realm of carding, such complacency can prove fatal. Seasoned carders frequently succumb to this trap, believing they have mastered the game. However, the stark reality is that no one is impervious to risk. 2.1. Omitting crucial steps. This represents a perilous proclivity that may emerge after the successful execution of several operations. One may be tempted to bypass steps such as cleansing bitcoins with Monero, executing Monero transactions, or performing DNS leak tests. This overconfidence can create substantial vulnerabilities in your security framework. It is a grave error to forego Bitcoin mixing or Monero usage, as Bitcoin transactions leave an indelible trail on the blockchain, and law enforcement agencies are becoming increasingly adept at tracing these transactions. Always ensure that Bitcoins are cleansed or utilize Monero for augmented privacy. Neglecting DNS leak tests is equally hazardous. A minor leak can divulge your genuine IP address. Conduct these tests prior to each session without exception. Moreover, do not contemplate deactivating the VPN kill switch. Omitting to enable it can expose your genuine IP address should your VPN connection falter. It is not an optional feature. It is indispensable. 2.2. Disregarding updates. This represents another significant oversight. Neglecting to maintain your tools and knowledge in a state of contemporaneity can render you susceptible to novel detection methods employed by law enforcement. The tools and techniques of law enforcement evolve with remarkable celerity, and that iteration of the Tor browser from 6 months prior likely harbors vulnerabilities that have been rectified in more recent versions. Furthermore, law enforcement agencies are not averse to procuring zero-day exploits to compromise the security of widely used privacy software. They are perpetually devising innovative strategies to apprehend carders, and they possess substantial financial resources to underpin their endeavors. It is imperative to bear in mind that the tools upon which you depend for anonymity today may already be compromised, unbeknownst to you. 2.3. Rapid expansion. This is a prevalent issue among overconfident, successful carders. They may attempt to scale their operations at an accelerated pace, assuming more risk than they can prudently manage. This is the manner in which empires crumble. An increased volume of transactions correlates with a heightened likelihood of error. Can you sustain impeccable security while managing tenfold the volume? Hurriedly adopting new methodologies without thorough investigation can prove troublesome, as each approach possesses its own idiosyncrasies and potential pitfalls. Incorporating new personnel introduces substantial risks. Can you place your trust in them? Have you subjected them to rigorous vetting? Do not forget that your security is only as robust as your most vulnerable component. 2.4. Compromising personal OPSEC. This represents a perilous consequence of success. It can engender laxity in your quotidian existence. Boasting about your side venture to family, friends, or online is how rumors are initiated, and rumors can reach inopportune recipients. Abruptly procuring luxury items when your principal occupation does not support such expenditures is a red flag for investigators. Your digital game may be secure, but what of your physical security? Are you meticulously destroying sensitive documents? Is your residential setup fortified against unanticipated visitors? 2.5. Underestimating law enforcement in 2025. This is arguably the most perilous manifestation of overconfidence. Never forget that there are intelligent, dedicated individuals whose sole occupation is the apprehension of carders and hackers. That recently established prominent forum may appear legitimate, but it could very well be a sophisticated sting operation. Techniques that were effective last year may now be readily traceable, as law enforcement technology is in a state of perpetual advancement. Assuming safety because you are targeting another country? Reconsider. Law enforcement agencies are collaborating more than ever before. The peril of misplaced trust. In the realm of carding, trust is a double-edged sword that can either fortify or undermine your operations. The anonymity inherent in this world is a breeding ground for deceit, and misplaced trust can lead to severe consequences, including incarceration. 3.1. Tools and services. Do you believe that the VPN you are utilizing is impregnable, or that the cryptocurrency exchange you employ is genuinely anonymous? Think again. Not all services are created equal, and some will readily cooperate with legal authorities when pressured. Moreover, some of these services are honeypots, established by authorities to ensnare unsuspecting carders. It is imperative to conduct thorough research on these services. Seek providers with a sterling reputation within the community, preferably those based in jurisdictions with robust privacy laws. 3.2. Close associates. In this enterprise, even those you hold dear can become your most significant vulnerability. 4.5. Online and offline lives. Your virtual and tangible existences are interconnected, and you may not even be cognizant of this fact. That virtual private network you employ to obscure your internet activities will hold little significance if you are flaunting unexplained wealth or leaving incriminating evidence scattered about your residence. Real-world operational security is not merely significant. It is absolutely vital to your enduring liberty and triumph in this endeavor. Do not permit a moment of negligence in the material world to nullify all your painstaking digital safeguards. Remain alert, maintain a healthy dose of skepticism, and perpetually consider how your online actions might translate into the tangible realm. Your freedom hinges upon it. The vulnerability of tools. In carding, your tools are crucial but can also prove fatal if mishandled. It is a prevalent misconception that security tools are infallible, but the reality is that no instrument is flawless, and vulnerabilities are constantly being uncovered. Therefore, never become complacent with the tools you employ. Conclusion. Carding demands unceasing vigilance, ongoing education, and meticulous attention to particulars. The hazards delineated in this guide have felled numerous individuals engaged in this pursuit, from novices to veterans. A single misstep can be catastrophic. Bear in mind that absolute security is a myth. There are only varying levels of jeopardy. Each action you undertake should be evaluated in terms of potential exposure. Authorities are not trifling. They are well-resourced and intensely motivated. Never underestimate the capabilities and resolve of those who seek to apprehend you. The world of carding is in a state of perpetual flux, as are the techniques employed to identify and capture carders. Prioritize remaining informed and current with the latest methodologies and safety risks. Stay safe.